Up with Starshare, yo. And we have Mr. Richard Myers from the Myers Firm PA, our sponsor, in the house as usual.
Saga going?
Always. You know, anything that has to do with employment law and family law, Mr. Richard Myers from the Myers Firm PA is the one.
So if you have drama in your life, who do you go to?
Richard.
Lord.
Richard Myers.
Thank you for that plug. Appreciate it.
So, we have a few surprises today. So, it's the opportunity to tell all your friends right now to log into Flow Higher Radio, or you can go to iHeart or Spreaker, Flow Higher Radio. So you can go to Chopping It Up with Starshare. We have a really special guest tonight. He is the real Magic Mike. I bet you guys didn't know that there was the real Magic Mike, some of y'all.
And it's not. It's not who?
His name is Mike Sorrentino, and we're going to be with him very briefly. Say what's up, Mike.
What's up? What's up?
So we have some special juice tonight. What's it called? The tea. We got the tea.
Got the tea?
It's a little more than magic.
We got the Tampa tea. So go get your friends. As you know, we introduced the Myers moment because, you know, Richard.
But before we even do the Myers thing, we have a whole contest.
A contest
that we have to explain to our audience.
Forgot about.
It's very important to get out.
Well, that's why Richard is here.
Yes.
We have a contest, ladies and gentlemen. As you guys know, we're in the lookout for the new Frankie Fingers to be the co-host of Chopping It Up with Starshare.
Oh.
Can I give some background?
Give the background.
Okay, because there's a lot of listeners that came on to us after the first 7 or 8 episodes.
Yes.
So our original co-host was Frankie Fingers,
Yes.
who is also a barber.
Yes.
Right?
Yep.
Okay. And a good friend of yours.
Mm-hmm.
But due to other commitments, she couldn't
let the fame
continue
get to
with
her
the
head.
show. But she was a what was that?
She let the fame get to her head.
Yeah, well,
Yeah.
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 She just rode off into the sunset
Yeah.
with her newfound fame. Right?
Yeah, and just left us all here.
Right.
She forgot where she came from.
In
She
any
clearly
event,
forgot where
Wow.
she came from.
in any event,
But
she,
that's my girl, so.
right. But she offered a lot to the show. She was
did.
actually a good compliment to you in the beginning.
She was.
But since she's kind of left, we kind of had a small little vacuum.
Mm-hmm.
And we've had multiple guests on. They kind of filled that in, and we've been doing very well. But we would like to see somebody permanently take that position.
I'm with it.
So we're opening it up to a contest. You can explain the contest.
Yes, the contest is you will be coming to the show and you will be doing a show with me. And I'm going to select 5 people that we're going to be eliminating.
Okay, let me
One by
fill
one.
this. Let me
Yeah,
explain
give
a
us the
little better.
rules so we know how.
Okay.
Richard is fighting up
So we had a
the
co-host.
terms.
What we're going to do is invite people on that we screen a little bit ahead of time, who say they can be your co-host, and we're going to let them on the air,
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
and we're going to let our audience chime in through live feedback and say whether they like or dislike.
Okay.
And after like maybe 5 people, we haven't ironed out all the details, but maybe after 5, maybe 6 or 7 potential co-hosts, we're going to leave it up to our audience to narrow it down. It's going to be like a tournament, if you will.
Oh, okay.
We're going to get it down to maybe the final 2, and we're going to have like a playoff, if you will.
Yes.
And we're going to finally choose another substitute for Frankie Fingers.
Yep.
Now, we're not replacing Frankie. Frankie, you're out there. I know you're listening.
And we loved you.
We still love you.
We loved you so much.
But you're being replaced.
Yeah, you are. You are being replaced.
Because you know how much shit you gave us? You abandoned us, actually.
You
And
left
you
us.
threw
We still
rocks
love you.
at the window.
We still love you.
You threw rocks
but
at the
you
window.
actually you threw rocks at the window and you abandoned us. So this is what you get, Frankie. We love you,
I think.
but you did abandon us. So this is what happens.
I think. Go ahead.
What?
What?
I was going to say, there's another show with another co-host. Maybe you should bring her on.
Well, I would love to. I am actually
Or
thinking
just
about
speak
it.
to her about that.
Well, we're in the works of something very big with that person. She's also in
I
my
gotcha.
network. But we're just, working the little things out and ready when she's ready.
But we're looking for
right
talent.
now-
The bottom line is we need talent.
She's talent to me. And you know what? We kill the show when we're out there in Ybor City, walking around and doing our thing. We're doing our thing. And people
Yeah, let's
recognize us
explain the
together, so that's
benefits
a good
of
thing.
the co-host. Because when COVID-19
You're
is
essential.
relaxed, we're going to end up being, and hopefully still, have a relationship with a
Production.
nightclub. With a
Couple
nightclub
of
in Ybor City. I'm not going to name the name yet because we don't have a commitment yet. But if we're down in Ybor City every other week, that co-host gets to be there and gets VIP treatment when they're there.
Yeah.
So that's a benefit.
You get to go to all my spots with me, and you also get like free access to a lot of venues, as like concerts or like Comic-Con. Comic-Con's where I want to go.
Yeah. The biggest thing is they get to know Alfie and
whatever
Serge.
I want.
Which they have not actually canceled yet. Funny enough.
Really?
So whatever I want, my co-host gets to go with me. If I'm interested, my producers, they handle it. And
so if they're
the
interested,
owner.
how do they get in touch with you, Star?
Inbox me. Duh.
To where?
Facebook Live, Facebook Star Shear, Instagram Star Shear, Chopping It Up with Star Shear. You can find me.
Okay.
Boom.
Look up Star Shear on all those.
What's the requirements?
Social media, yes.
You got to be just a person that's happy with life and you want bigger and better things and be just lit, and be a motivational person.
You got to be witty.
And
you got to be intelligent.
And you have to be intelligent, and you have to be able to perform
and know the Tampa area.
Type of pressures. Like even if there's like a situation, you got to be able to.
You have to have a good liver.
You have to have a good liver.
A good liver.
You got to be a great talker. No dead air. And you have to be a person. This is the biggest part of me.
The person is your co-host, so they can't be the one that's dominating. They got to be a support system for you.
Yeah, that's what you're going to have to be a part of, because that's what I do. And the biggest part of it all is that you have to be somebody that's an advocate for our community and that does things for our community. That's like the biggest part that my show does. Like, we did Junie for the basketball tournament. We're out there doing big things. The medical marijuana for cancer people.
That's huge.
Like all that, so we're
It's
always
not getting bigger.
We're always taking care of our community regardless. We do have a different sense of humor sometimes in my show because we're like an uncensored one. So,
well, we want you to come in and be part of a team, but also have your own motivation to be the best of yourself
and be proud,
because we're all going to grow together. So like you got to have that motivation.
Yeah, you got to have the motivation, and you got to be okay with being seen publicly, because that was the situation in our show. Like, you got to be okay with being seen publicly because we are public figures in Tampa. Our sponsors rely on us because we contact more than 1,000 people a week.
So come on in, try out. All you have to do is relax and have fun and enjoy our conversation. Join in. We'll prep you a little bit before the show so you know what our topics are and our guests are. But just go with the flow. It's not really that difficult, but just got to be yourself. And we'll let your personality shine, and we'll pick the best.
And if you have a brand or something that you believe in that you want to push, if you're into music or being into music is a big plus, because we showcase all genres on my show. I do everything from metal, rock, punk, rap, R&B, country, whatever. I'm very open to all of it. So
cool.
You do barbershop quartets too?
Oh. Yeah.
Naturally.
Excuse me. Listen, I was thinking all day today. I don't know how to sing in English, but I can sing in Spanish for some reason. What's up with that shit?
You never sing in English?
I don't know how to sing in English.
Wait.
Do you dream? Do you dream in English?
Yes.
Do you do karaoke?
But you sing in Spanish.
I sing in Spanish.
That's interesting to me.
It is.
Okay. All right, we'll delve into it off the show.
Do you do the karaoke?
I don't do karaoke.
In English?
Do you do karaoke?
Oh, wait. Is
What's
Alfie?
a great name?
Wait.
Serge win.
We
No, she did
this
it.
before. Is Alfie and Star going to do the porn voices? Is that what's happening now?
Oh, no.
No. What's happening now is that Richard is going to have his Myers moment.
Oh, the Myers moment.
Sponsored by the Myers from PA.
Boom.
Oh, shoot. You caught me in a sip.
A sip of what?
Sipping on gin and juice.
Nothing, man.
I will advertise. Is this okay?
Yes.
All right. So there's been a recent new flavor, I would say in the last 3 or 4 months. Peanut butter whiskey.
Ugh.
Just try it. Now, not everybody's a fan, and it's not meant to be the staple drink because it's too
Did
sweet.
you try it?
But I do like it. So that's what I'm having now.
You like peanut butter whiskey?
Okay.
Not
Who
a
are
fan.
you asking that?
Huh?
My boyfriend.
Yes, I have a boyfriend now. Are you
Okay.
hating on me?
No, I'm not hating on you. I'm giving him airtime.
Oh. Proceed.
Who is that person?
His name is David. He's a barber.
Like a celebrity barber.
Where's he at as
Like
a barber?
he's fantastic.
Oh, we barber together right now.
Over at Van Dyke?
Yeah.
What's the name of the shop?
Van Dyke Barbershop.
There you go.
You can
That was
find us
close.
there.
That
You
was
can
pretty
find
close
us
to the
there for
actual name.
Listen, you can find us there for the live entertainment of yours
It's the Van
truly.
Dyke Road.
It's Van Dyke Barbers.
No, Van Dyke Road Barbershop.
Is it?
It definitely is.
And what's the phone number for this establishment?
It
I don't know
definitely is.
because you can
never
inbox
call
me and
it.
I'll book you. You go to
It might be helpful to know
vandykebarbers.com.
who your own.
Listen,
You know,
Go to vandykebarbers.com and you can book your appointment there.
VanDykeBarbers.com? You sure it's that?
vandykebarbers.com.
It's not Van Dyke Road?
No.
It was Van Dyke Road.
vandykebarbers.com.
But I know the business
You
name
can
is Van Dyke
you can
Road.
book me, Starshear, or David, my
No, but I
boyfriend.
know that. But if you
He's
look,
nasty.
I don't want to argue, but if you look it up on the Department of State, it's still Van Dyke Road.
Well, I'm
Barbershop.
glad you look it up because you're my main.
Because I do
Gee.
things legally.
You know why? Because he watches my back. Anything I'm involved with, Richard has flown on it. He already knows what the establishment is all about. Nobody even asked him
Whatever
to
that
do that.
English is.
Whatever word
Maybe
that
your
means.
Spanish is your first language. Jesus.
Wow, you're a hater because you don't even believe in
All right,
Jesus.
Myers moment. Back to the Myers moment.
Go.
Where I left off last week was
Mm-hmm.
I said to everybody there's going to be a hearing on whether or not my client was going to be able to flip custody from the husband.
Dun,
of the three
dun,
minor children.
dun.
We had a 3-hour hearing
Damn.
on the telephone because it's COVID.
You didn't have virtual with
It
cameras
was
or
set
anything?
for 1 hour. It went 3 hours.
You didn't have cameras or nothing?
You guys
sat
didn't see
there?
each other?
No. What?
You guys couldn't see each
You
other?
didn't sit in your office
No,
with all the books
me-
behind you?
And my client
Mm-hmm.
were on the same phone line in my office.
3 hours.
There was an attorney for the children. There's an attorney for the husband.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that's good.
And there's an attorney, and there's the judge, and there's a guardian ad litem for the children,
Wow.
all in the hearing. And I don't want to make this complicated. I'm just saying at the end of the day, the judge said that I am going to continue the hearing for longer. There's going to be
So
another hearing on June
continuance?
9th.
Right.
We had an
Yeah.
evidentiary hearing. It's going to go for longer. But she made a major ruling, which is because we had early in the case, the husband, remember I told you, filed for an injunction against the wife, alleging abuse by the wife, who's my client.
Yep.
And I said these allegations were false. And there was a hearing on that just before my involvement. There was a hearing on that, and the judge entered an injunction against my client for 1 year. And when I got involved, I filed a motion for relief from judgment and for rehearing, claiming that all the allegations were false. And the judge at this hearing on yesterday ruled, I am going to reopen that case, and I am going to rehear the case whether the injunction was proper. So that was a big victory. That's a huge victory, actually, because right now the judge is going to reconsider whether or not her original ruling was proper, based on all the evidence we presented at the hearing on yesterday.
Mm-hmm.
So without going into great detail, there's going to be more to report on. After June 9th, there's going to be another hearing. That's going to be a full-blown hearing. It's going to take up like a 4-hour hearing. And so I'll report after June 9th, and we'll tell you how the custody battle turns out.
Did she get granted anything extra than what the arrangement was prior
Yes.
to today? What was
Yes.
that?
Okay. That's a great question. Thank you, Star.
Of course, because I'm on my
Actually,
P's and
you
Q's.
came through with a great question.
I know.
That's awesome.
I know. I'm over here working
Okay.
fucking extra.
So in addition to the context you already had, we asked for the court for additional time. And the court said granted, and we're giving her time to have unsupervised.
Wow.
Excuse me. Not unsupervised. It'll be supervised by a company called Nannies Who Care.
Wow.
But she's allowed to go to wherever she wants with the kids. It's not like
Plus the nanny.
plus the nanny.
Gotcha.
So that'll happen this Sunday and the next 3 Sundays, and then on the Tuesday after the final Sunday, there'll be the hearing.
Mm-hmm.
So the court is giving my client an opportunity to basically prove herself as a mom, and to essentially demonstrate that kids can behave better and become basically good kids, absent the dad's influence. So that's what we're trying to prove, and we're gonna hear more from it after June 9th. And that's it. But I'd like to get to our special guest. Actually.
Well, I still have a couple of questions real quick about that.
Sure.
So, is this something brand new that the law has allowed for nannies to be involved? Because
No.
I'm pretty no.
No.
So these nannies work in.
Professional supervisors have been around for a while.
So are they like? Do they have to get like a special pass to be that
They
for
have
the court?
The court can appoint them as to be the supervisor. Yes,
Oh, okay. So these people are like different than regular nannies.
they don't have to be appointed by a court. They provide a service to parents who need assistance in supervising and making sure visits go well. That's part of what they do.
Because that's brand new to me. I never knew that. Because
Well-
sometimes they try to involve like a grandparent or like an uncle and aunt.
Yes, it's not the first.
for it
it's
not to be that.
That's a great question, if you will, because it's not the first option that people resort to. People normally resort to friends and family to be supervisors.
That's what I've heard before.
When it becomes exceedingly difficult because of the acrimony between the husband and wife, you end up choosing a neutral entity that provides that service. And that's what we're doing here. And the court said that's a good idea here, so we don't have a constant battle between approval or disapproval between the husband and wife about who's going to be the supervisor. We're just going to introduce a neutral third party that provides that service. And in this case, it's called Nannies Who Care.
And do they also do they report? Like, do they file reports to the court of the visitation?
It depends on what the judge wants. In
Oh.
this case, we advocated that they do provide a report because we know our client's in the right.
That's a
So
good
we know the
business,
kids.
actually.
Our contention is that the kids are behaving in a manner that's controlled by the former husband, right?
Yeah.
Or the soon-to-be former husband, and there's a lot of parental alienation going on. And we think it's quite obvious, actually, based on videos and audio recordings. There's a slew of them. There's dozens of them that indicate the kids are collaborating with dad to alienate the mom. We have the evidence. And the court says, last time, it's like, I see a lot of this problem, and I need even more evidence. Rather than decide the issue in total yesterday, she opened it up to maybe dissolving the injunction against my client, rehearing everything, and starting from scratch.
Wow.
So it was a big victory without a ruling.
Yeah.
If you know what I mean? It's like, I'll hear more, but the fact that the judge wants to hear more was a big victory. So just everybody that's listening in has been paying attention to this saga. After June 9th, we're going to know more.
Now, I have another question because I'm very familiar with family court. Just because I'm not an attorney, but I've had so many clients that have been, I don't even watch TV. I have clients that
Yes.
are going through it, so I know what happens to it. Did those kids get appointed mental health?
Yes,
right
that's
now?
another great question. Right now, both parties, the husband and the wife, are ordered to have a mental health evaluation, and the kids are currently ordered and will start
home
next
study.
week. Not a home study, are going through actual therapy, psychiatric therapy. The court wants to see 3 weeks of that to take place, the evaluations of both husband and wife, and the therapy of the children for 3 weeks prior to the next hearing. While that is happening, the court granted extra contact with my client to take place at her discretion, which is going to actually take place at a park over the next 3 weekends. So there's nothing more I can really tell you about it other than stay tuned, and there's more to discuss as it unfolds.
Richard Myers from the Myers Firm PA. Where can we find you, Richard?
Well, there's the Myers Firm PA on Facebook. Right now, my website is under revision, so try not to log in there. It'll be probably up and running in another month or so. Instagram at G8TRATTY, and my phone number is 813-985-6550. My website, my email, I should say, because my website's kind of under construction, is Myers, MEYERS, at myersfirm.com.
And you can find them on my Facebook. He tends to like my stuff a lot and comment. So his name is Richard
I'm
Myers.
forced to like her stuff.
His name is Richard Myers. Go ahead and hit him up.
Why did you like my stuff? All right, I'll like it now. Okay, all right.
Actually, for older people that have suffered with the coronavirus and like the wages and stuff. He's actually doing a flat fee. Go ahead, Richard. Tell him about that little thing that you were doing.
A flat fee? What?
You said you were doing a flat rate.
What? What?
You said
So
what?
You announced it last show.
For what specifically?
to fucking. Oh my god.
At time, I'm going to save
Last
your ass.
show-
I am going to save your ass right
Last
now.
show you announced.
Yeah, he said that everybody's going to be able to get it.
No,
I'm going to
free.
save your ass
That
right
you
now.
were gonna file their paperwork for a flat rate.
Forever
if they got
free.
I'm going to
denied.
save your ass right
Yeah.
now because you're mixing up two things right now.
What?
go.
Okay. There are cases which involve unemployment compensation appeals,
That's
which
not
I
bad.
do by flat fee.
That's what
I
was
don't
trying
do
to say.
everything by flat fee.
Only that.
I do. I will, in any given case, discuss with the client what is the most economical arrangement for them.
Got it?
Okay? Most of the time, it's an hourly rate. Sometimes it's a flat fee, and almost always it'll be a flat fee when it comes to unemployment compensation. Appeals.
So go ahead and reach to
Okay.
the Myers Firm PA.
Oh.
Surge.
I'm so glad I'm sober enough to catch that.
Yeah, really.
Surge. Surge. What you got going
Yes.
on? Who is
Star?
we playing? Who is we playing before we bring the real Magic Mike on the air?
I got Zandy. One of
Zandy.
the homies.
Oh,
Yeah, the song is called Ain't No Way.
let's hear it.
I am the original. Look on them condition and it's critical. Yeah, every day me wake up, thank God. Roll a split, touch the road, that's the ritual. Baby, come closer. Many things pop like a soda. Or they sitting what they putting out the holster. Walking out the dance, burn it up like a toaster. Don't waste my time telling me lies. I'm on my grind, money on my mind. And that's why there ain't no way, there ain't no way, there ain't no way you won't take it away. You won't take it away, you won't take it away. You know your place, you know your place, you know your place. Don't show your face if I'm in a place. 'Cause there ain't no way, there ain't no way. Made that plan something different. And they know the difference. Your wife be my mistress, and she washing my dishes. And I make that, me can't trust them. Every flow when me have, no you can't touch them. No automatic weapons, me shot just clutch them. Why you want war, come me have no man. Bad girl, mad thing, them say me saucy, teardrop, sad thing. Yeah, I know you see I'm back on my Dean. Hottest flow you ever heard, fly chick you ever seen. And I just can't help it. Won't stop till I'm well. Won't stop till I'm well. They tryna take it from me. That's why I'm so selfish. And I just wanted you to know there ain't no way. No, there ain't no way. No, there ain't no way. Don't come my way. With the games you play, I just wanna get paid. I ain't tryna get played. You just tryna get saved. But there ain't no way. No, there ain't no way. I ain't no superhero. I ain't wearing no cape. No, there ain't no way. There ain't no way. There ain't no way. You won't take it away. You won't take it away. You won't take it away.
Welcome back to Chopping It Up with Starshare. With our sponsor, Mr. Richard Myers from the Myers Firm PA. Alfie decided to join us today, which was awesome. Mr. Sergio.
Hello.
Sergio's glowing. I don't know why.
No, I'm not. Stop saying that.
He's glowing. He's glowing right
I'm
now.
not glowing. Stop saying that.
Serge is doing a little glow. And
Why?
So
Why is he
Oh
glowing?
my God, no, I'm not.
He's glowing.
Stop saying that.
Are you glowing because, you know?
The corona has him glowing.
Yeah.
I'm glowing
I got
too,
that
though,
Rona
right?
glow.
I got the Rona glow too, yo.
The Rona glow.
So does Richard. Richard got the Rona glow.
No, I don't.
But we have somebody that's glowing right now. We have Mr. Mike Sorrentino. He's also a motivational speaker. And he's been doing a lot of big things in our community. I've been watching him. He's been doing like a lot of mind, body, soul type thing, he in his church, and he's doing like the bodybuilding with people. But he's not like just a regular person because he had like a past. And he is the real Magic Mike. How do I know that? Because when I looked his name up, he was the real Magic Mike. Tell us about it, Mike Sorrentino.
Dang, government and everything.
All right.
Full government.
Full government.
She just said, tell
No
us about
fucking
it.
filters.
Yeah.
He is a Tampa local.
Used to be. I'm back now a year and a half. This is my year and a half anniversary back to the Tampa Bay area. Was in Alabama for about 5 years before that, and we'll kind of get into that. But came back in January, and on the first day I came back, someone totaled my car.
Oh,
Lord.
That's how I got welcomed
that's
back
in
to
Florida.
Florida.
Yep, that's
Wow.
Florida.
So I didn't know if that was like a curse.
No, it's a Florida thing.
Or a
It's a
Florida
Florida
thing, or some jackass
It's both.
behind me with a Dodge and a steel bumper thing. And so on my first day back, with a very long played decision to come back, I was applying for the job I have now, which is at NEC. I sell electronic components. I came back to work for the company that I used to work for. Previously got fired because I passed out at my desk. Don't ever
that's
pass
always
out
a
at your
bad thing.
desk and think that you're going to keep that job. It usually doesn't work.
But if you're delusional and you think...
Wait, was it medically
Oh,
related
owes
or
you
was
the
this
job.
something else?
It was illegally medicated related. So I got escorted to the
Office?
where they do the drug screening and whatnot. I just told them I was tired, and this was the second or third time that this actually happened in the middle of my typing. Knocked out.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
So kind of that's how I was living, y'all. It was pretty intense. So to sit even before you today and just to be talking with a clear mind is an absolute miracle by the grace of God. I don't know how else to put that, and we can get into all that. But so yeah, I got here and we were talking about Magic Mike, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
You want to know
real.
like the story because I'm kind of
Listen.
transitioning. There's
Mike.
so
I wanna say
you can go
this.
so
I
many
know-
different places.
It's your
Listen,
story.
listen.
You can weave it, man.
Listen, I'm going to tell you. I met Magic Mike, and I'm like, oh, that's Magic Mike. So
Well,
I'm
how?
Magic Mike. And
How?
no. He's like,
How'd
How?
you meet him?
Facebook.
How? You just
Everybody
say, oh, I
say
met
how
him.
at the same
Facebook.
time.
The only
Yeah.
the only platform
How'd you meet
on
him in
planet
the first
Earth.
place?
Facebook.
Okay.
Did you actually do like a Google search with some mutual friends?
No, I
What
didn't
was
know.
it?
He just happened to tell me. I didn't know it was him. And
I
he
told
knew,
her.
and he told me
I
because
said,
I,
His
"Oh,
hair.
studio."
no, because
She
I had
actually-
the
she
podcast.
wishes she can touch that hair.
No, I was pissed off because I was supposed to touch his hair one time, and he was like
Oh,
going
Lord.
crazy, and then I was pissed off.
I'm a
because,
St. Pete boy.
But Star,
He's
can
in
we
Tampa.
keep it simple? How did you first contact him?
No, we were friends, and then we talked, and then it was
How were you
through
friends?
the podcast.
Yes.
Well, she wanted
From
me to.
I just wanna know the
Facebook.
beginning.
Well, she wanted
Was it a
to.
random search on the-
She wanted to
Yeah.
take me to this club and do this.
Yeah, we were
Oh,
going to
yeah,
do Tangra.
Tangra, yeah.
Tangra, and
okay, that was the
never
first
panned
contact?
out. So after,
Yeah, I was
a
trying to
couple-
get him to the Tangra, and then Pegasus happened, and then Corona happened, so I was going to take him to Pegasus Lounge.
this
yeah,
is
so
December,
this is like the
January.
first
I'm
time.
going to clear about this.
Yes.
Did you do a random Google search? Like on
No,
Facebook?
we had conversated because he
How?
does keto.
How did you first get in touch?
She's a customer
Facebook.
of mine right here. See this?
Okay,
I
see this
now-
right here?
That was the app that got you together.
Yeah.
How did you use Facebook to contact him?
Okay, wait.
Because he sells ketones.
Thank you.
And that's a whole different
And I
story.
bought the
So you
ketones
search
from
for
him.
ketones? Or
No,
what?
he promotes
Run
ketones.
me through it. I mean, this
He
is like a
hits me
terrible
up,
deposition right
But
here.
it was like when
Thank you.
listen, he hits me up because I liked his ketones thing. And
How
then,
did you know about that?
Because I promote it
because
on
he promotes it on
Facebook.
Facebook.
All right, time out.
Oh my god.
Let me rephrase the
Well,
question.
we're getting way off the subject.
I
Yes.
know.
We're getting.
We're gonna
Listen,
weave back.
okay, let me
Because
give
we have
you 2
unlimited
seconds.
time.
2
Shit.
seconds. 2 seconds. He promotes ketones. I have a podcast. We thought we
Yes.
were cool with each other. He's from like he's an Italian. I'm a New Yorker. He thought I was Italian. We became friends.
just gonna let it go.
He told me he was Magic Mike, and I said, "What the fuck?"
done.
I looked him up, and he was.
Right.
Right,
There you go.
Go ahead.
Hey.
Hallelujah. We got the ship back in the port.
And
wow.
then I said, "Hey,
Anyways.
to my producers, I found the real Magic Mike, and now he's here, people."
And I was like,
That's
wow,
right.
really? Like,
back.
the dude I saw on
Finally got me here.
No.
Up off the couch.
It's okay.
Real deal.
"You're the real Magic Mike." And
Yes, ma'am.
you're
Beginning.
at a place that you don't want to be, and you find out your life has been put out there by somebody you did not give permission to. Tell us the whole story.
The whole thing.
The whole thing.
Let's start from birth. So I came out of the birth canal. No, I'm kidding. Go ahead.
Yeah. I mean, we can go there too. So, I'll just get to. You asked me a question earlier.
Right.
How did you even get involved in something like that? So, as a kid from up north, I like music. I like to dance. I got an ear for it. I went to Gibbs High School in St. Pete. So we're acting, we're doing drama, we're listening to music, we're breakdancing on the cardboard boxes. We're doing our thing, right? Hip-hop, boogaloo.
Boom.
So later on in life, I keep dancing. We start getting a little clique together. Me and like 3 or 4 of my friends used to go to little teeny clubs, teeny bopper clubs. We dance on the dance floor, little routines, choreographed routines, and we make it cute and sassy. And the girls loved it. We loved it. It was our way, or my way, of expressing kind of like an outlet of just how I got brought up, like the hurt, the pain, the rejection, the not having a father, having an alcoholic for a mother, and just had to get out of the house. I needed an outlet, and I figured later in life this would be a good outlet if I just go to the club, I dance, I listen to music, and I started DJing. So everything was entertainment related, kind of quote unquote in the spotlight. So we're all doing our thing. We're rolling club here, club there, 3 or 4 times a week. Finally, we do this. I don't know how far y'all want to go back, but there's a club called Barrett's. Anybody know about Barrett's?
No.
Is that St. Peter or
Clearwater?
Tampa?
It was in Clearwater. We
Clearwater.
did a final. We had like a dance off, and we won. Me and 3 of my buddies, and the winner got to go and dance for MTV. So we did like a tour with them, and back in that day, it was MC Hammer, Milli Vanilli, Was Not Was.
OMG.
Oh
Wait,
yeah,
was that the spring break
I'll go-
thing? Like, did you go to the spring break
it was,
thing?
It was at the convention center in St.
That
Pete.
is so dope.
The first time I ever did like a big performance in front of
What kind of pants did you
hundreds and
wear?
hundreds. What kind of pants was I wearing?
Yeah, what kind of
Probably
pants
Hammer
you wear?
pants. At the
Yes, yes,
Go.
yes.
Go.
What was
Kyle Gilgore.
what
Kyle
was-
Gilgore, if
I
you're
got a
watching
question.
us.
Parachutes, son,
Kyle
parachutes.
Gilgore in Ybor City.
Oh, yeah,
Kyle
yeah,
Gilgore,
yeah.
if you're watching us. We want MC Hammer Pants. Starshire and Magic Mike won MC Hammer Pants from you. Thank
And
you
we're
very
gonna have a
much.
dance-off.
And we'll have a dance off because I can hammer time.
You get a hammer
And
time?
those-
Can't
thing.
touch this.
Yeah.
I got a question. What was the name of your dance crew?
Yes.
Back then, or when I was stripping.
Well, you
Let's
just
start
both.
with
Let's hear both. Let's hear both.
So we had-
back then.
Before,
back then.
so
How on both?
TCP,
TCP.
the Total Control Posse. So that
Ooh.
was our little.
That's smooth.
And we used to go around St. Pete and Clearwater, and we literally, we were vigilantes. We weren't the good guys. We danced at the club, and then after that, we'd go out and break into people's cars and fight and beat up people on
okay.
Clearwater Beach. It was just you didn't want to run into TCP. It wasn't a good day.
Did you
or
mark
night
up the
for
town,
you.
too? Did you mark
I
it
know
up?
I look nice and innocent,
Yeah.
Christian-like
He's a
right now,
Christian
but
boy
it
now.
wasn't. It was not a pretty sight to be in the same. I like that song in the background. The
Hell
same
yeah,
scenario with us. So anyway, I do that, and then we started going to. I turned 21. Now we're drinking and going out to the clubs.
Uh-oh.
Okay, so now I'm at. We're in Tampa now, where Hammerjacks was late night, but during the regular night, I'm out dancing. Dancing on stage, and some guy that looks like Whitesnake. That's right. I said. The guy had
Still dating
shiny
yourself,
white
yeah.
teeth, long blonde or white hair, pretty jacked. I mean, he was a pretty fit
With
guy.
jewelry?
He
You got the
gives me
jewelry on?
his card. I'm like, what is this? Stops me right in the middle of my dance, and he's like, hey, I want you to come to this club tomorrow at 12 o'clock. I'm like, at night? He's like, no, in the day.
Noon, man.
I'm like, what? What are we going to
What's
have lunch? No, we rehearse here, and I'm part of a dance group, is all he said, dance group, and we'd like to see if you'd be interested in joining our little clan here. So I said, okay. So that night, I go home, I come back, it's around 11:30, I'm like, all right, I guess I'm going to go to this thing and see what this guy's talking about. So I pull up, it's 12 o'clock, I walk into this stinking bar. If anybody has been to a club in the daytime, it
Yeah.
stinks
Oh my
like
God.
alcohol.
I know that stink. Oh God.
It's horrid.
It's
So
like
I go there.
really dirty.
Stale
like,
beer.
Yeah, right.
Like death.
And there's about 6 or
And
7
shame.
dudes, and there's like vets outside, Mustangs, the typical 90s. Was that the 90s? Yeah, the 90s. And that was cool back then. I had like a RS Camaro because I'm Italian, and it was just fits. T-tops, 15s in the back, So I'm bumping on the way out there. I get there, and there's like 6 or 7 guys in there dancing, and there's like their girlfriends are with them, and they're pretty big fellas. And I'm like, all right, what do you guys got going on? He said, listen, I'll give you $50 a night if you do what you do on that stage on our stage. We dance here every Saturday night. I'm like, at this club? He said, yeah, this club, 8 o'clock, we do a male review. And what's a male review? Is it like a review of a male? Or I don't understand what you're saying. I had no idea. Clueless. So he says, basically, all you would have to do is after we do our thing, dance, take our clothes off, I need you to pick up our clothes, take them to the back, fold them up, and then at the end of the show, we want you to go out, just take your shirt off, and just go around and for tips, but just leave your pants on. I was like, I don't know, I'm kind of shy. I didn't really. I mean, it's kind of crazy if there's like 400 screaming women, you've never done it before. You need a little drink. You need a little something. So I'm at the club. Give me some drinks. Give me some whatever.
You were so nervous.
Very nervous. Very, very nervous. Yeah.
How old were you?
21.
Aw,
21, yeah.
You were like a
I was
little
like a
kid.
virgin buddy. Had long hair like Fabio. Y'all seen the picture?
Did
Where's
you
the-
like wax?
Wait,
What
wait,
was your
wait.
preparation?
Oh, check it out.
You can-
Oh!
Long hair, don't care.
Long time.
Wait, closer.
Oh,
Oh.
hold on.
Sorry.
Hold on. Let me try to get in the camera. Is
Right
it
there,
working?
perfect.
How much of a delay is it?
It's like a
Your
30-second
hair
delay.
was so long.
You're fine.
Can you guys see this?
Yeah, they can see it.
This is from an article. They've been telling us
I
all
think
about.
that's TMZ.
TMZ.
And we'll get into how I got to TMZ looking like Fabio. Good choice of song.
You don't have
That
to jump
song
there
is
yet. No, no.
jamming.
Just continue with that
All
story.
right, so I do this. I'm in the club. We're dancing here. We're dancing there, all over Tampa, St. Pete, Port Charlotte. We're traveling everywhere, and I'm just the host with the most, right? I go out, and I'm dancing. At the end of the show, I'm picking their stuff up. I'm folding it. Then they want me to count their dollars. It's like when you go to the girls' strip club, they got like 200 single dollar bills. So they want me to fold each dollar. So after like 3 months, I'm like, I'm not folding any more dollars. This is crazy. I need to be doing what they're doing. I'm like peeking out. They got like all the girls around them.
Yep.
They got all this money. They got fast cars. And at 21, that's what I wanted to do. I mean, who wouldn't? Right. It was just
I
like
wanna- I
free
wanna
game.
do that.
Right. It was free game. So it was just easy money, basically. So I'm like, how do I get to do what y'all are doing? And he said, well, if you want to work out a little bit, get a little bit bigger, we'll put you on stage. Just, we want to get you in shape. And I'm like, I can dance. I'm not worried about that. He said, well, work out a little bit, and we'll put you on stage, and we'll come up with an act for you. So I did. I just worked out for like 2 months straight. I'm like, I'm ready. A lot of protein, dude. A lot of gym, a lot of cardio, a lot of...
You were motivated. You just
but
wanted
I was
that
21,
green.
so it was like,
So what did that look like? What did 1 week look like for you
I mean,
at that age?
It depends. It was, easy in, easy out. It was hundreds of dollars a night, and then you spend them on alcohol and drugs by the end of the night. I can't hear you. Why can't I hear you?
Excuse me? What did you
Oh,
say?
You guys want to
my.
have your bro moment now?
Oh, man.
This is Alfie. He was supposed to be the video guy, video recording the whole interview, but I guess he
But he
decided.
wants
Hey,
to
you
know
said
all
take
about
clips,
it.
man. You said say clips.
Listen, he said Magic
Yeah.
Mike
Inquiring
here.
minds.
Let
Why
me
is he at
talk
this
on the
show?
phone.
Inquiring minds want to know.
Because
I get
I
it.
asked him to come to do
Okay.
video.
Were you overly blessed during those times? It's what Alfie wants to know.
Hey.
It just depends on what area you're talking about.
Did
Define
it
blast
rain
right
on
here.
you?
What's that?
Did it rain on
Yeah,
you?
well, I developed in male dancing. You can just go out there and be a performer, or you can go out there and be an entertainer.
That is true.
It's a big difference. So, guys, if you're listening and you're at the strip club and a girl comes out there and she just kind of like seduces you with her eyes, but doesn't know how to dance, doesn't know how to move, just kind of walks around, it's kind of boring a little bit. But if you go out there swinging on the pole, she's dancing, she's shaking, she's vibrating or whatever, it's a little bit more appealing. So basically, since I had the ability and the dance skills, I use that to my advantage, and threw that in, got a little bigger, and then they were like, that's the guy that can dance. They're like, man, you could dance, like, it's awesome, man, you're like magic. I think I want to call you Magic Mike. Actually, why don't you do a magician for your first act?
Oh, wow.
So that's
really
how it-
like with the top hat and the
yeah,
wand
yeah,
and everything.
yeah, yeah.
And the
Wow.
cape. Did you wear capes?
No,
No capes? Oh.
no. Tuxedo, top hat, pulled something out of my hat, kind of like I'm doing now.
Okay.
So this guy Thomas, I don't know if you're
Hello,
listening.
Thomas.
Sir Thomas Austin. He's in North Kakalaki. He was the boss of the group, and he's the one that called me Magic Mike. And so I lived and ruled and reigned under that name, under that title, and created this image of a male burlesque entertainer, working my way through the grind to the top, being the last dancer, which is the featured dancer, and started to MC the show. So I would go out, bring the whole show out, and then dance last as a feature entertainer. Does that make
That's
sense?
very-
So you basically had your like face plastered. Like, this is the feature dancer
I want
tonight.
to tell you something,
Magic
guys,
Mike.
about burlesque. So you know, I know you guys see my photo shoots. Burlesque is it's a very fine art. So you were not just a stripper; you were like in the
Erotic.
high erotic category.
Yeah, so people used to be like, "Oh, you're like the Chippendales."
Chippendales
Like,
ain't shit.
ain't shit. They're just, I don't know. They get trained. Like, I trained myself. I created my own acts. Like I did. I'll give you a couple examples. So I did like The Matrix, first one to ever come out with that. I did Smooth Criminal, and everybody that's watching, you can go to YouTube, look up The Real Magic Mike, and it will show this pretty little face. I'm wearing a little different of an outfit. It's like blue. We're in Brevard County. I think it's Brevard County Work Camp. We'll get to all that later. It's part of my story. And then, what was I?
You were talking
Oh,
about the
everything stops.
burlesque.
Yeah,
The
we
magic
did.
show, your outfit.
We did the magic magician.
So
thing.
you're having fun
So I
right
did
now.
that.
You're
I mean,
at your grind.
I am like 21, 22, 23, and then we started doing more shows. I get more experience and created this guy, this Magic Mike, that wherever I went, best believe it's going
rained.
down. It's going to
What
be a
is your
good show. It's going to
mentality?
be a good night. It's going to be awesome. It's just going to be insane. I didn't go to the party. I was the party. Well,
That's what I
before,
wanted to know.
at the club, after the club. I mean, if you're around me, you were getting messed up.
Nice.
You were going to get messed up. You were probably going to
See,
get lucky too.
I wish we were here in the 90s, man. Damn.
So I went.
90s
I
are
got
gone.
I got booked one time. This is a pretty cool event. We went to Switzerland.
Ooh.
So we went out of the country. We went to Zurich, Switzerland, and we got there. And the agent that booked us is driving us around like 60 miles an hour, and it's raining balls. And we're going around corners like it's sliding all over. I'm like, I'm gonna die in Switzerland. This is crazy. I'm like, can you slow down a little bit? And he's like, could barely speak English. Anyway, we got to our hotel, unpacked. He comes and picks us up like 2 hours later. Let's go to the club, and I'll show you where you guys are going to be dancing for the next week or so. So we go to the club. We open the doors. First of all, when you walk in, there's the Playboy Club. That's right, I said it. The Playboy Club is
Playboy
where
Club.
that's how you enter this other club called the Arena, is where we were dancing. So we go in the Playboy Club, and it's a titty bar. And there's like beautiful women, and there's like, we're not dancing here. Follow me. We go through the hall upstairs to this arena. We go up there. The place is not even built. It wasn't built. Huge warehouse. Just picture a huge black warehouse. Not built. So I'm sitting there like, are you serious? I'm 17-hour flight away from home, and the place that we're supposed to dance at is not even built. So I kind of freaked out a little bit. We went back, ate. And like 2 days later, the agent comes to my room. He said, "Come on, I want to show you the club. It's done." I'm like, "There's no freaking way."
2 days.
It was enormous. We go back to the place upstairs. We open the door. This place was fully done. Beautiful tile, fiber optic ceilings. The DJ booth was set up. It was just like unbelievable. These people over in Europe, I guess, is that Europe?
Yep.
They work. They know how to work, unlike some of these Americans around here. But they work. They work. So in 2 days, they totally developed this awesome club. So we danced there for about a week, and then they had like a Thai night. That was where all just Thai women were there, and they all kind of looked the same, kind of tall, black, slit in the skirt. They all had kind of, and none of them tipped dollars. It was all 5s, 10s, 20s, or better. So that was pretty cool. That was like a 2-week journey. Everybody was giving us like hash blocks to smoke everywhere we went.
Nice.
Like that was like the thing over there. We'd sit for coffee or go eat, and they'd be like, "Oh, here, Americans." I felt like a superstar, actually.
There you go.
So yeah, speaking of superstar, so I do that that's probably 6 years into my male dancing career, and then I think let me fast forward a little bit to Orlando, traveling the Tampa, St. Pete, Orlando area. So we're in Orlando, and this kid walks in during one of our practices. We were dancing at like Zuma Beach or JJ Whispers, something out there in O-Town. We dance there every week, sometimes twice a week. Dance at Club Joy or Stingers or Hyde Park North in Tampa every Saturday, and then dance in Orlando like every Thursday and Saturday. So we split the shows. So this kid walks in, and he's like, "Hey, I want to dance with you guys." So as one of the, I guess, leaders in the group, I had some say-so in hiring and
some
whatnot.
flex.
So me and this guy, Mark Steele, and Thomas were the bosses, and I'm like, "So let's see what you got, kid." And so he danced and stuff, and he's like, I'm like, "So what's your name?" He's like, "Channing. You can call me Chan." I was like, "All right, Chan."
Oh,
so
hell
Chan.
no.
That's what I used to call him, Chan.
What a coincidence!
So-
I kind of heard of
Does that,
somebody.
We'll
does
get
that
to
sound
that
familiar?
around that.
Channing, I think his last name was
Channing Tatum?
Tatum. Yeah, that's
Chan-
it. Tater. Tater.
Could it be Channing Tatum?
Yeah, it was.
Wow.
Wait a minute, I think I got a picture of him somewhere.
Well, let's see, because when I saw this review,
Oh yeah, you know that movie
I
Magic
was like,
Mike.
"What the fuck?"
You know the movie Magic Mike starring Oh yeah, it is Channing Tatum. Wait a minute, but that was my
Wait.
something. Wait.
He's
Son of a
not-
bitch.
his
Something
name is
don't
not
sound
like
right.
Mike. His
No,
name is
it's
Channing
Channing
Tatum, right?
They didn't do no Channing, Magic Channing. They
yeah.
didn't do none of that.
Yeah,
it was
I know.
Magic Mike. So
Yeah.
they.
No, so normally I say no names, but it's all about the
We
name.
call that in the industry.
It is
copyright
all about that
infringement.
name.
But here's
right
the thing,
now.
like back then, I'm 25, balls to the wall. Who the hell would have thought you're male dancing? Do you really take the time to see a lawyer or copyright or patent your stripper name? Hell no. So
No.
I just did what I did, and so I never even thought twice about it. So we hired this guy, Chan, and I kind of took him under my wing personally because he did know how to dance, but he just didn't know how to entertain.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, he was just, he was maybe 150 pounds soaking wet. He was underage, possibly even. And so I kind of took him under my wing and showed him how to entertain. And then,
Wow.
Yeah, it
Channing
gets-
Tatum. We're gonna hear more about this. We're gonna be hearing more about
Well,
this.
how old
Why
was he
don't
when he
you
did the movie?
guys get your people on
Yeah, 18,
so you can
19.
hear the
When he
secret?
first got involved in the movie, he was only 19.
I know.
I don't know.
Male dancing.
Do we have the real Magic Mike here? And he just brought up Channing Tatum. You guys want to hear this interview?
It's going down.
Why don't you go ahead and tell your friends
Share
and
it.
go ahead and share it right now. We're gonna play a song.
Hashtag
Go
Magic
ahead and share the fuck out of this
And-
because Channing Tatum, we're calling you out,
And-
baby.
Oh,
And-
no.
And what?
Anybody listening has any questions?
If you have any questions,
There you go.
please Go on the thread on my watch party right now because I will ask him whatever
How?
you want me to ask him. This is the moment.
What's
This
the
is
watch
my
party?
fun.
Describe it.
Ohio Radio, go onto my page, Star Sheer. I have a watch party there. My page is public. You can go on there, or you can go to Flow Higher Radio, like it, and go on to the show that's live right now, which is Chopping It Up with Star Sheer. And you get to see this full interview. He is about to give us some crazy information. He is just...
Well, it's not crazy information.
No. He has...
Realistic.
He's giving the tea about Channing Tatum right now, and his...
Damn.
That was a great
That
lead
is
up.
just-
That was perfect.
Wow.
Yeah?
That's how you do that.
Blown.
Get us.
That him? No. Yes?
You want
We're
me to
gonna
play the song now?
Yes.
Yeah.
I'll play a song now.
Play the song now.
Yes.
About right now.
Like now.
This is straight up from South Africa. This is Naya Dane. Shout out to you, bro. It's been a minute. This is
Africa.
Diana. We gonna be right back. Y'all already know what it is.
Baby, now they are there. Yeah. She says she want the money now. That's why she call me honey now. My baby like the money now. That's why she call me honey now. Oh, I dey call her Diana. She dey make me go gaga. My baby is fine. She dey make me go gaga. I dey call her Diana. She dey make me go gaga. My baby is fine. She dey make me go gaga. Give me promise to stay, I'll stay. Give it to me, don't delay. She's feeling the boy. Come drop my money today. My sexy girl from China, come be my lady today. With the way you dey roll and the way you dey dance, I'm loving your way. She say she want the money now. That's why she call me honey now. My baby like the money now. That's why she call me honey now. I dey call her Diana. She dey make me go gaga. My baby is fine. She dey make me go gaga. I dey call her Diana. She dey make me go gaga. My baby is fine. She dey make me go gaga. From Nigeria to Hong Kong, them dey singing my song. Them dey feeling the boy, 'cause my money so long. Oh yeah, go down, sexy girl, yeah, go down. Make the boys them lose control. Make them on spend my dough. See, sexy girl from China, come be my lady today. Way you dey roll and way you dey dance, I'm loving your way. She say she want the money now. That's why she call me honey now. My baby like the money now. That's why she call me honey now. Oh, I dey call her Diana. She dey make me go gaga. My baby is fine. She dey make me go gaga. I dey call her Diana. She dey make me go gaga. My baby is fine. She dey make me go gaga. She say she want the money now. That's why she call me honey now. My baby like the money now. That's why she call me honey now. Oh, I dey call her Diana. She dey make me go gaga. My baby is fine. She dey make me go gaga. I dey call her Diana. She dey make me go gaga. My baby is fine. She dey make me go gaga. I dey call her Diana. My baby is fine.
You sell like crab, dog, don't waste my time. It make no sense to make no sense if you try. White walls, wood, grain, and alpine. of my mind. It make no sense to make no sense if you try. I am running around the town like run it. It's too many crowds in a bucket. And if a motherfucker say I shouldn't rap like this, you can tell I'm pissed, so I'm like fuck it. Fuck nigga stepping in the door. Shout out to my nigga Gino. And if a nigga say I shouldn't rap like this, I'ma take this stick and give it to your home. I do it for a nigga, I gotta work. Shout out to my nigga smoking perp. I get it from the motherfucking dirt. Ain't pretty, better lift up your skirts. Big crack head, I ain't fiending for. Chris High, king of my kingdom. And this for the fakers, haters, slayers, players. You tell that crab dog, don't waste my time. It make no sense to make no sense if you try. White walls, wood, grain, and alpines. It make no sense to make no sense if you try. As I stay fly,
Stay fly,
stay fly. As I stay fly,
stay fly.
stay fly. You want a piece, don't take a piece of my mind. It make no sense to make no sense if you try. I feel your aura, it don't amuse me. No, dog, don't introduce me. I hope you got your popcorn, cause my life's such a movie. Debonair and so damn groovy. I'm old school, pop that coochie. You got that silver back, pitbull stacks, meaning fat ass booty.
Tampa Bay liaison.
Stepping with my bronze
You
on.
sipping on that tea?
As I'm sipping on, let's move
I
on.
want them acres, fuck a neighbor.
Independent, fuck a favor. And this for the fakers, haters, slayers, players. You tell that crab dog, don't waste my time. It make no sense to make no sense if you try. White walls, wood, grain, and alpines. It make no sense to make no sense if you try. As I stay fly,
Stay fly,
stay fly. As I stay fly,
stay fly.
stay fly. You want a piece, don't take a piece of my mind. It make no sense to make no sense if you try. As I stay fly.
Yeah.
That was J Rock Jones.
Was
Stay
it?
Fly. Yeah, it was.
That was J. Rock Jones.
J Rock Jones.
J-Rock Jones.
We're back. The Richard Myers from PA. The Myers from PA.
Yes. Oh, it was so
What show is this?
Choppin' Up with Star Shear. Check us out on IG. Choppin' Up with Star Shear. Star Shear. Facebook. All those Star Shears. I am Star Shear. I have a lot of pages. Brother Latino Heat. Surgeon General. Flow High Radio. Everybody's in the house.
And that's
Who else is in
self-service.
house?
Magic Mike. Mr. Michael Sorrentino.
And who just said who's in
And then
the
my
house?
boyfriend's also in the house. Also is in the
There
house.
you go.
His name
Get
is
those out.
David.
Yes, please get those.
David.
Hey, who's the president of Ohio?
Yeah, let's see if she remembers.
It's Alfie.
There you go. Congratulations. You get a gold star.
Yeah.
What's Sergio?
That was Alfie right there.
The
chiming in.
CEO.
Boom. Right there.
Bam. I'm on a streak.
Who's Richard?
Richard is sponsored, and he's from the Myers from PA.
Yeah, it's
Doing
Mark
what?
Sorrentino.
Mike
Sorrentino.
Sorrentino is the real Magic Mike, motherfucker.
There you go.
Nation.
Okay.
Speaking of,
So, Mike, tell us more. We left off
Where did we
that a gentleman came to work
Yeah.
where you were working.
Yeah.
And it
you were
so
six,
happens to
6 years
been-
into your career, at least.
Yeah, about 6 years in Orlando, and this guy Channing Tatum comes along. Y'all might know him as the movie star guy in Hollywood doing his thing, and then I knew him as 155-pound, 18-year-old kid trying to get his little thing going on with and taking us senior dancing entrepreneurs and rising him to the next level just by guilty by association. So literally by that time, not only did I dance, I mean, I liked music, so I started DJing. So I would dance at the club, grab my records afterwards, and go DJ at like a late night club. Because I love house music, I love progressive trance and breaks, and so him and I had that in common. We both like music, we both danced, not just stripping is just something we did for a cash cow, and music is just something was my passion ever since I was a kid. So we had that in relation. So I kind of befriended him, and we hung out, and we went, and just partied together, and met his parents, and we just hung out. It's like boys for, probably a good 4 months. Just
But you were older
all
than him,
the time.
right?
Yeah, I'm probably like 10 years older than him.
So you were like a mentor.
Wait, yeah, absolutely. Just like if you've seen the real
You're the
music.
protege.
The
Right.
protege.
Nice. Well put. So he, I just didn't think anything of it. I always was a generous person, and I just kind of gave him the knowledge and the wisdom and the talent that I had, and knew what it took to become a superstar male dancer, whatever you want to say, male stripper, or male entertainer. Not to just go out there, but he knew how to dance. He just needed to clean it up and get the little kind of boyish way about him. He needed to grow up into a man, basically.
I did see some pre-pictures of before all of it. He was really, really wimpy.
I have them here.
He has them here.
Y'all ain't ready for that. I just do want to give a quick shout out to, first of all, God for making all of this happen. Me speaking to you right now. Told y'all earlier on the next show, on the next podcast, on the next Flow Higher, Go Higher radio session, it's going to be the redemptive story about what kind of happened in that whole
This is
segment.
like an onion. It has layers.
It peels, and as you peel it, it gets stinkier and stinkier. So, yeah, Prevail Multimedia, want to give a shout out. They offered me a Las Vegas gig just to go out there and get paid and be the real Magic Mike, and I actually turned it down because I had a little bit of there's a little bit of resentment there from somebody actually writing a film, making millions of dollars, and not telling me squat about it. And I don't know, is it named Magic Channing Tatum, or is it named Magic Mike? I think that was my stage name, so I think I have a right, and just to give credit where credit is due, and part of that, he can have the fame. Just
the
pay
fact-
a brother.
so-
Just
so-
pay-
shout
pay-
out.
So the fact here-
Shout out
So much
something,
out, you're
just
right.
something besides just
So this is the facts.
But he's acting like it was
You are
completely
Magic
his from the
Mike.
beginning.
correct.
And you mentored Channing Tatum
Correct.
because you were one of the main acts.
Correct.
And he was not.
Correct.
And
Creator of
you
the whole
taught
image, he's
him
talking to that specific
how to
moment.
become a main attraction
Right.
under your wing.
Exactly. Couldn't have said it any better. So, in the movie, Channing Tatum would be me. The guy that he's working
Portraying.
with would be him, and kind of took him under my... And in that movie, there are some very factual events that happened.
Well, let me ask you a question. So, they portray him as, now I can't remember the characters how they did it, but was he working at as a roofer? Did you do roofing?
Okay, so they have to make it somewhat. They have to spin off somewhere.
Right.
So I never furniture guy. I
Yeah,
don't know where
no.
that came from. That was like when I first seen the movie, and that was treacherous seeing them. Can you just imagine, like, if you were Jay-Z and somebody named themselves Jay-Z and then did a rap song, and Jay-Z's watching that guy sing hit? It's just a total nightmare. I was like, actually, the first time I ever seen him on TV, it was a Mountain Dew commercial. And I'm sitting on my couch with my boys, and I'm like, that's Channing Tatum. That's my boy. Like, at the time, that was my boy. He never did me wrong. So I just go on in life. He goes his way. I go my way. He gets asked to do a Ricky Martin video at the end of the show. He does that. By that, he gets a Mountain Dew ad commercial. That's the first time I ever seen him on TV. So, and after that, he did his first movie was Coach Carter. He was the only white guy on the team. Great
I saw
movie.
that.
I love the
I
movie.
love that movie,
Love that
too.
movie.
That's one
So,
of the baddest movies
Not
out
because
there.
of him. Probably, I don't know. Just the whole storyline was great.
Yeah.
Any story of redemption is great. Hint, hint. So he was. That was pretty cool. So from there, he did like Dear John and Jump Street 21, Jump Street 22, blah blah blah, and then years go by. You don't hear anything from him.
No phone
and
calls,
then
no letters, nothing.
I'm in Alabama, and I chartered my way after like 9 grueling years of blood, sweat, and tears in the nightlife scene. Can you just imagine what that will do to you if you get caught up in it? Like, Tampa will literally eat you up and spit you out if you are not careful. So,
Exactly.
yeah, so shout out to all you Tampians that are still here with us listening. Coherent, God bless you all for listening in. This is going to be a hell of a part 2
We
segment.
have the real Magic Mike on the show, guys.
Yeah,
The
so
word out.
I wanted to real quick shout out to the Prevail, multimedia. They wanted to do big things for me. I didn't do it, but do appreciate it. The Grace Life crew out there in Alabama, Tommy Phil, Sean Bolts. He's a modern day prophet. I don't know if anybody knows him. Just to give y'all in this radio station right here, the people around me, I went to I don't know if it was a retreat. It was just, this guy's a prophet, and I respect his gift. And I go there with somebody. I said, I have a feeling I need to go to this thing.
Okay.
So I'm trying to get my mind right, my spirit right. And I just had a feeling he was going to call me out and, speak into my life. So I'm at this event, and I'm kind of going off left field, but it's important because he told me this. He called me out. Number one, he said, I have a feeling like somebody's in this room has the same name as a famous
Celebrity,
person.
yeah.
I'm like, get the hell out of here. You got to be kidding me. I'm looking around who is it? Man, it's me, man. So I'm like,
Wow.
oh my gosh, this is happening. I literally felt like this was all going to happen, which is what led me there. And lo and behold, the person I was with was in shock. She grabbed my phone. She's videotaping the whole thing. I lift my hand up. He's like, all right, stand up. So I'm standing up, and hundreds of people. He's like, what's your name? I was like, Mike Sorrentino, off of the guy from Jersey Shore, Mike Sorrentino. And he's like, oh, I said, or you might know me as Magic Mike. He's, oh, that makes sense. That makes sense. Because what I see right here is you're not a star on stage. You're I feel like God really did a huge thing in your life, and you're like a star in heaven, a star.
Yes.
A star
I
is what he
know.
said.
I know.
So just pay attention. He
I'm
said,
paying attention.
He said, and I feel that you're going to have partnership, and you're going to do big things with media. So here we are in a studio with a girl named Star. I don't know. You guys figure it out.
Full
but anyway,
Yes.
so yeah, I just wanted to give you guys a. So I
No,
could when
don't
she
get
asked me to
complacent
do
now.
this, there was no freaking way. I was on my couch I really just want to take a nap, and then
I said,
of course,
get
she
up.
called.
Hey, I
now.
felt the
Get
same
up,
way.
boy. So, I don't know. I just felt led to come here. And so I wanted to give him a shout out. Rodney Barnes, y'all might see him or his book, My Miracle. Dude had a traumatic brain surgery, wrote a book about it. Went to high school with him. Awesome character, awesome dude. Probably see him on here. Saudi Peckerel, who actually got me out of the trenches of hell back in 2009. And for all those COVID nurses and families out
COVID
there.
nurses.
Anybody that's involved in all that, just helping
We
everybody.
call them frontline people.
Yeah,
The
frontline.
Frontline people.
And potent people. Y'all impotent.
Essential.
We just want to
Essential.
say we love y'all for doing what you do.
Thank you.
So, and thank
Thank
you
you.
for listening. So, I'm going to wrap this thing up.
Wait for part 2.
You gotta wait for part 2 because, one thing about Mr. Magic Mike is that, through him, I was able to look at a new avenue. You know what I'm saying? It was very good to have another person that I can identify with that actually contributes to our community the way he does, because I do it in different areas, but he's doing his part in other areas. And but why don't we give him a little sneak peek? What have you been drinking this whole time? You've been drinking
Nothing.
something. He's been drinking something right now.
Okay, so they're all, drinking what they drink. I'm good with it.
He drinking.
Good with it.
He drinking something.
So I got in this little can, 2-can Tango. Oh, where's y'all? 2-can Tango. These are Keto Up. This is a natural fuel source for your body, and it gives you energy, focus, better sleep, better mood, fat loss. I'm into
Called what?
Ketones.
Yeah, I need to-
Ketones. So this is actually called Keto Up. It's freaking delicious. If y'all don't know what
Where
this
can you
is and
find
y'all want to know, you can go to my website. It's therealmagicmike.challengeproveit.com. That's the real Magic Mike, because that's who you're listening to. .challenge, because I'm challenging you to be the best version of yourselves. I heard somebody say that earlier, that we are here to just make people the best version of themselves, or
That
at
was
least feel.
Just Henry.
Yeah, that was pretty tight. I was kind of waiting for that punchline.
Shout out
there
Just
it
Henry.
was. So
Just Henry.
kudos. But yeah, I mean, we're here. We're letting our stories out. We're being real, raw, vulnerable. I mean, wait till the next session. I'm just
You
telling
do.
y'all like the
He
really
has-
glory parts of it all. But
I just want to say I want to thank you for giving me the opportunity
Yeah,
to be
man.
able to cover this story.
I thank y'all for having me. This is awesome.
I mean, like, just everybody knows me for like being very prominent in like the fetish world, and like you know,
I'm
some
rambunctious.
rambunctious. Okay,
She's real out there. She has
rambunctious.
a lot of energy.
Okay, well, the
you know.
energy and all that. Okay, I'm very
You
big
need
in
some of that
pops.
energy.
Some
I'm
pops.
poop. Okay, yeah, big
Not poop, pop.
pop,
You
pop.
explode.
Exploded. Okay, and like
Magic.
just
Very
because
open
like
industry.
we're like in the same. You had your past, and like
Man, I
I
got
have
experience.
my
Everybody
my,
has a past.
my past, and like the things that I currently do still that I believe in, because I don't think anything is wrong with how I live. But you are a person that's actually given towards changes into people's well-being,
Yep.
and that's a big thing, and I respect that. Even if I do it in a different way, you're out there making a big change, and it's amazing. And
Positive
thank
change.
you.
I'm actually writing a book
Yes.
about
I knew
the
that.
change.
I knew about the book. I knew it already.
The bookity book. Man, this thing has been ongoing because being that, Channing Tatum made this movie, it's about my life. I'm like sitting back going, I got resentment. What's this guy doing using my name? I just have it in me as a human being with integrity to go, I got to fight back. I can't just lay down and let this guy make a movie about me and my life. It's called defamation of character. I should be seeking legal counsel
It's
about
also
it.
copyright infringement.
But it is what it is. I've got
Does
videos, I
does
got
the Richard
pictures,
Myers
I've
firm
got
PA have any
Serve
questions?
The life
I've got-
of another person for your own pecuniary benefit,
Okay.
whatever he
without
said.
any licensing or a chance for him to get his likeness
Okay.
compensated for, is a potential cause of action. I'll leave it at that. Leave it at
Okay,
There
that.
you
Well,
go.
then guess
we'll be
what?
talking
Legally.
later.
Why don't you have your people
Richard
call
Meyer.
His
my
people.
people?
Yeah, I could do that. It's all about networking, baby.
Networking.
So
We'll
Yeah,
hear
I'm-
more about
I'm-
the story. So, for the world to
Hey,
know.
wait,
Time out,
Action has
time
a
out,
statute
time out,
of
time out.
limitations. Let's not
What's
wait
the
too
name
long.
of this book?
okay,
Do we have a name yet?
Absolutely. God gave it to me. I'm sitting there going, what can I do to get this monkey off my back about this thing that happened to me while I was up the road, quote unquote, for a couple years. And I'm driving down the road and I look on the billboard. I see this Magic Mike on the movie billboard. I'm like, there's no freaking way somebody made a movie about my life. I go back to my computer, look it up. Story about male dancer in Tampa, Channing Tatum story. I'm like, no way.
Before you looked it up, did you think for a moment it was just some bizarre coincidence?
No,
that you used your
absolutely
name?
not.
You knew
My heart
immediately
dropped.
it
I
was-
just
Your
knew.
people were actually hitting you up.
Yeah, my ex boss hit me up and said they made a movie about you. I'm like, there's no way. This is funny. This is a joke, right? So I
You're
hung up
kidding.
thinking it was a joke, and I go to lunch and I see the freaking Magic Mike billboard lit up, and I lit up. So I go back and I was pretty fired up, and I'm trying to get a hold of you, Channing Tatum. I'm trying everything I can. I haven't talked to him in like 8 years. He's big star movie shot now, so he's probably gets his stuff filtered by secretaries or whatever. So no shout out, no reach back, no here you go, no what do you call it? Credits.
Compensation?
No compensation, no credits, no crap, nothing, nada. Nada.
I get where you're feeling from.
I
get
didn't
where
really
you're coming
respect
from.
that. Yeah.
I
so,
get where you're coming from, because sometimes, because you are a bigger person,
exactly.
you give a person a
The opportunity
pass
to do right.
because everybody wants that one chance. You know what I mean? Because we didn't get it, but we were able to accomplish it in our own ways. Like we did it
Well,
for
like
us.
Mike said before, it's not so much that he tried to do it; it's the fact that you got no credit at all for the position he took.
Right. So I'm doing something about that, and we're going to talk about it right now. It's called the book. I'm about 13,000 words deep. It's going to be the story about my entire life, and y'all will be hearing about this later, but not just, Magic Mike is such it's just a decade of my life, and the ups and downs. It's pretty
I
crazy.
feel where you're coming from.
It's going to be called More Than Magic.
I
So
feel
that's,
it.
That's the name. It's because it's more than magic. It is more. It's a lot more.
It's
And y'all
more
are
than
gonna
magic,
Y'all
'cause
are
you
going to
know-
be hearing it about it.
Because you went through the whole spectrum.
Oh,
and,
yeah.
and then you came and gave it to him, and he couldn't even say, "Yo, I got you."
Nope.
And you know what?
But I'm a get mine.
Yes, you
I'm gonna give him the grace and the mercy that I've received, the forgiveness that I've received, and that I needed. And so now I could sit as the bigger person and say, "Listen, you know that's on him. I sleep real good at night. I sleep real good at night." So I'm expressing my way through this book. It's gonna be called More
And
Than
I
Magic.
support you.
Y'all pick it up. Y'all grab it when it's done. I'm sure we'll be running it through this, and y'all gonna be hearing more about that story.
Yes.
I'm here.
Yes.
I'm gonna leave that up to Star.
I support you. You know why?
you're
Because
awesome.
when you do the right thing, you deserve it. You deserve what comes with it. You know what I mean? You did the right thing. You did what you had to do to be what you had to be, but you took care of people that maybe you shouldn't have.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Called
because you,
mercy.
It's called, sometimes you have to watch out for people, and you would think they will have the same integrity back towards you, and sometimes they fucking don't.
It's just the world we live in.
And that's the world we live in.
But that's
you know
okay.
what?
You gotta be
I
that
got
example.
your back. I got your back because guess what? Those people shouldn't be acting like that didn't exist.
Well, maybe just by me telling my story, it'll give people like a different perspective to
Or-
actually be that role model or have that kind of perspective to not be resentful or not hold any grudges. Because look, man, America's jacked up as it is. Y'all just be a light. Light shine brightest in the darkness. So that's what I am. Just a light. Try to be like a lighthouse to people that are just reaching out for hope or you need a mentor, you need a life coach, you need a motivator, inspiration, whatever it is. I try to give as much as I can, honestly, in many facets of my life. So all that'll be on the book. It'll actually we'll be up here rapping about it shortly.
Regardless of what
episode
it
2.
was, regardless of whatever, he still has continued to contribute to bettering people in a lot of ways and forms, emotionally, mentally, physically. So that means a lot. And thank you for not being like the rest of them.
Yeah, you're welcome.
And we'll wait for part 2.
Part 2's coming. Part 2's coming.
I appreciate
because
y'all
this
listening.
guy has a lot to give and to teach us. And guess what? You want to see this world. The real Magic Mike was on the Chopping It Up with Star Share show for Ohio Radio, sponsored by the Myers Friend PA.
Yeah.
Boom.
Bam.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you, Star.
Thank you,
Flo.
Michael
Hiya.
Sorrentino.
Where we go, hiya. Love it. I
So,
appreciate y'all.
So what? So
What,
what?
did you just end the
so
show?
if you guys are gonna freaking
What
apply
happened?
for being my co-host, because guess
new
what?
Frankie
Mike
Fingers.
is winning right now. Mike is winning right now. Mike is winning right now to be my co-host. If you're trying to be the co-host and
No.
chopping it up with Star Share, hit me in the
It's 5
end.
ladies. that are all-
Yeah, we have to be a lady.
They all want a lady.
It's got to be.
Gotta be
it
female.
is going to be a lady.
Yeah, there's no we want to.
Thank you guys for tuning in to Chopping
I'm
It Up
going to
with
close
Star
it out with
Share.
a Gino Lexus track. What do you think?
Gino Lexus, Ohio Radio, sponsor of the show. Mr. Richard Myers from the Myers Firm PA, Michael Sorrentino, the real Magic Mike, Alfie, Mr. Brother Latino Heat, Certain General, Sergio Santana, Star Shear here.
Boom.
Thank you for tuning in. Lucy Lou, I miss you. Come to me.
Boom.
Come home. Come home. Come
Oh, yeah,
home.
she said something about us going out there after the show.
Maybe we go. Maybe we go, and maybe we don't. You
Oh, it's
go.
super far out there in
It's like an hour and 6
Spring Hill.
minutes. It's like
Thank you all for watching. Chopping Up with Star Share, and we'll let you know what will be next.
I'm going to close it out
Bam!
with Gino Lexus featuring Theo Lane. This is Living
Jocelyn
the Dream.
Rubio. Wait. I want to
Oh, you
say,
didn't do a shout out to your
Jocelyn Rubio. Jocelyn Rubio is watching right now. I want to tell you how much I love you, baby girl, and you are a fucking warrior. My daughter is back in the hospital because the hemoglobin was low, and due to coronavirus, I cannot be there with her.
Yeah.
Yes. But I just want to say, she's my warrior princess, and everything I do is for her because she gets whatever she wants. She deserves it. She is a warrior princess.
Boom.
And I love you, baby. Thank you for watching. Mwah.
All right, this is Living the Dream. This is Gino Lexus featuring Theo Lane off of the Living the Dream album, produced by Young Punisher of Flow Ohio Records, executive produced by me, because I am a multifaceted individual.
Pretty good.
Shout out to Gino Lexus. Shout out to Theo We
Al,
out of
good to
here.
See you. Man, it's been a little while.
That's right, I'ma give all I got. Why you wanna hate on me? I could change the whole wide world and make it better for my girl. Still you gonna hate on me, so I'm living the hustle. I'm living the dream. I could change the whole wide world and make it better for my girl. Still you gonna hate on me.
Look at where he came from. Underdog from day one, I never change. Whether getting paid or with the same funds. Pain comes every time you try to make a difference. When you wanna change the world, hunted by the opposition. Never sing about broke. Many people in the prison, stuck in the system. Some innocent holidays, we missing them. Sending them pictures of their seed. Reminiscing of a family in need. Of a father overseas, fighting for the free. Just to come back to more problems. No jobs, no friends, hardly one surround them. Body full of aches, meantime victims of a quake. Waiting for a government that changes every time they wait. Same thing in the States, occupied Wall Street. Same thing across the city, same thing it cost me. A wanted war, now they got the people at war. Voice with a cause right before declaring martial law. That's why
I'ma give all I got. Why you wanna hate on me? I could change the whole wide world and make it better for my girl. Still you gonna hate on me, so I'm living the hustle. I'm living the dream. I could change the whole wide world and make it better for my girl. Still you gonna hate on me.
learn through my history, they never come with arms open. Hoping to see you fail, got their doors closing. Rather see you wild than the cold toes frozen. Write 'em off, game over. No tokens, but not I. Can't have that. Got responsibilities and I ain't spitting trash rap. Sat back, analyzed the whole situation. The generation poison, no education. Don't say I can save them, but I'm always watching. Message in the rhythm to provide a better option. We locked in the state, they controlling us with hate. Make it okay to kids, so they growing up the same. I don't need the fame, I don't need the jewels or the groupies. High price lawyer, case I had to try to sue me. Probably make news week before I hit the source, and it ain't hype. Better than most, so the stores, that's why.
I'ma give all I got. Why you wanna hate on me? I could change the whole wide world and make it better for my girl. Still you gonna hate on me, so I'm living the hustle. I'm living the dream. I could change the whole wide world and make it better for my girl. Still you gonna hate on me. From the slums of New York City to the city of the Bay, on the grind for a while. Today's a brand new day. I don't need no pity, cause I'm about to be on. I've been working overtime, and I'm waiting so long. Ooh, oh, I've been struggling for so long, and I'm gonna make it, yeah, and I'm gonna make it. Gino, help me say. That's right. I'ma give all I got. Why you wanna hate on me? I could change the whole wide world. I could change it. Girl. Still you gonna hate on me. No matter what comes my way. I'm living the dream. I'm living my dream. I could change the whole wide world and make it better for me. I guess I will. Still you gonna hate on me.
Yeah,
Help me out.
you know, see, no matter how far you try to go, you always gonna have opposition. So instead of worrying about the opposition, just keep moving forward. I mean, be preaching, but
Hear me.
it's what we do.
Help me say.
Yeah.
Thank y'all for tuning in, chopping it up with Stars here. Tune in tomorrow. You already know what it is. Each and every Sunday, 4 to 7 p.m. We got the Shizzle Show. And that's pretty much it. Ciao, te crees,